Good afternoon, Spartans. You know what today is?
It's Tuesday, which is like almost Wednesday, and hypothetically speaking, that means it's almost Thursday, which is almost Friday, which we're practically at the weekend.
I meant like, what's special today?
Huh? Today's Tuesday.
No, today's Lucky Penny Day.
Today's Lucky Penny Day. Get
Yeah.
your lucky pennies.
Yeah, so if you find one on the ground, you should like pick it up.
I don't have a lucky penny.
Oh.
No, if it's on tails, then it's bad luck.
Well, either way,
I
find a
have 47 pennies in my bank account.
Really?
Anywho, today it is a high of 81 and a low of 53.
It's pretty warm.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have worn sweatpants
it's okay. I wear jeans. I mean,
and a sweatshirt.
I always wear sweatshirt.
See you guys.
Goodbye, Sean. And now it's just one Sean. Only one Sean.
All right, now let's head to the studio to meet our anchors. Have an amazing day, Spartans.
Hey Spartans, thanks for that great intro. I'm Peyton.
And I am Alyssa. Now let's go to Tanner with some skills on time management.
Thanks, guys. We're here with exam schedule. When's our first exam, Evan?
Monday, June 5th. It's 5th hour. And then the next one is Tuesday, June 6th. And that one will be 6th hour.
Wednesday, June 7th is the first and third hour exams. And then Thursday, June 8th is your second and fourth hour exams. Make sure you use your time wisely studying. Back to the studio.
Hey Spartans, make sure you're preparing for your exams so you don't fail.
Let's go learn about Launch You with Trevor.
Attention sophomores, if you are interested in mechanical design or engineering, there's a program called Launch You that allows you to earn your 2 years associate's degree through GRCC while you are still in high school. If you are interested, submit a virtual yellow slip for more information. Back to the studio.
Make sure if you're interested to fill out a virtual yellow slip to meet with a counselor.
Now let's go learn about the sports for the week with Justin Bradford.
Thanks, Alyssa. Spartans, last night our soccer team tied with Hopkins 0-0 in a very competitive game. Our baseball team lost a hard-fought battle in extra innings.
Thanks Justin. Good job in sports and good luck to the teams for the rest of the week.
Now let's wrap up the news with SNFYI. Make sure to affirm your friends this week. You look really nice today, Peyton. Thanks, Alyssa. You did a really good job today on the news. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Have a good day, Spartans.
Have you been negatively affected by social media?
Yeah, about a year ago, I was scrolling through TikTok like 6.5 hours plus throughout my day, and it was hard to even delete it. And after deleting it, I felt better sleep, better improvement. I just felt more energy overall. Like, the impact of social media is insane on what it has to your mind and your well-being.
The age groups where we see the most social media use and negative effects are teens and young adults, also known as students. The stress mixed with the malleability of the young brain worsens the effects of social media.
A lot of students come to see me with issues with peers and friends, family stuff, and a lot of that comes from communications online.
Social media is plaguing teens and young adults with mental health issues.
Social media is one of those big pieces that come into play, whether it's something that keeps you up at night, something that causes you more anxiety, seeing a post or something from somebody else, or a lot of times students talk about the body image side of things, right? You get all the filtered, touched up photos and ads on social media, and it kind of starts that comparison game for students and adults too. And so then you lead to that anxiety, self-doubt, all of those things come in. So I think it touches multiple areas of a student's experience day in and day out.
Whether FOMO or that rush of dopamine, young people continue to push themselves through social media despite the issue it might cause them. Studies have shown correlation between social media time and mental health.
I think it's such a huge part of anxiety, right? The anxiety about, am I going to get enough likes on this post? Or what if so-and-so doesn't see it? Or what if so-and-so does see it? right? And so I think it just creates a lot of conflict throughout relationships, internal conflict with friends. Just finds its way, like I said, into a lot of those layers for students.
It's a lot easier for students to connect. And so if that happens to be like someone who has a history of bullying them, it's like direct access to bullying them. One is bullying, spreading information quickly, drama spreads real fast when you have access to message anyone at any second. So that's been a big one.
One study shows an increase in depression rates for those who spend a significant amount of time on social media. Depression rates have been on the rise. These rates started increasing around the same time social media usage started to rise. It could be causation or correlation. Social media platforms are designed to be addictive and connected to anxiety and depression. Social media creates isolation, self-esteem issues, a decrease in activity, and a decrease in concentration, all of which damage mental health.
And it can be a big distraction and kind of keep people away from other things in life.
Mental health goes to affect students' learning abilities, absences, failing grades, disruptive outbursts, losing focus, dropouts. These are just some of the things mental health issues can cause on students. All of this can cause stress and anxiety, which just adds on to the problems. Education is an important part of life for students. A study of 300 college students in Saudi Arabia showed some pretty detrimental effects of social media. 1% of students reported using social media for school, yet 52% of the students reported that social media affected their learning abilities. This doesn't even account for those who might not realize or accept the problem. Furthermore, 46% went to bed at 11 to 12, and 39% went to bed at 1 to 2. 68% of students reported social media as a reason for their bedtime. Sleep deprivation has a massive effect on learning as it decreases function of the brain. This sleep deprivation could lead to a significant drop in learning. In addition, a study in Australia argues that those who spend time on social media have a decreased math, science, and reading scores. It also explains that more time spent on social media, the worse the scores were.
So what I've noticed is as students have their phones more readily available to them, they are easily distracted because the phone is sitting over here and they'll go like this. And so the minute the attention goes over here to the phone, it's lost on the instruction that's going on in the classroom.
There's also the simple fact that kids are using social media in school, which is distracting them from learning.
And I think it's just very important that we have educational opportunities, chances to talk about it. How do you use it appropriately?
Social media isn't that bad. There's a lot of good with it. It's just important that we find ways to prevent and heal.
I think there's a couple different things students can do. One of the things is we talk about setting boundaries with yourself, right? So, example, I'm not going to be on social media, or my phone's going to be out of my room at a certain time, right? So that you are able to kind of shut off, let your mind wind down, get the rest that you need. I think the other thing is giving yourself intentional breaks from social media. Reaching out when you're feeling stressed, setting those boundaries, being intentional about what and when you use social media.
Reaching out for help if you're struggling with mental health. Advocating for people if you see them being bullied or harassed online. It's important to offer people support and let them know that they are cared for, because especially if an online platform with a lot of people can gang up on someone anonymously, it's important that they know that they're cared for. And then also reaching out for mental health services. But there's also really cool ways to use online or social media for helpful things.
Honestly, after looking at the research and listening to trusted adults, I can say there's a lot of negative effects to social media. And honestly, I feel like I'm gonna try to be more careful with social media. What about you?
it's just one shot.
You can get. You're looking cute. Take one.